I purchased a loaded Fender Player Jazzmaster HH body from Stratosphere.com for a great price. I already had a Fender made in Mexico Jazzmaster neck that is also roasted maple that would look really great with the white body of the Jazzmaster. The parts that I used in this project are the following. As I said, I had a Fender roasted Jazzmaster neck, a Ferro fingerboard with block inlays with a modern C-shaped profile, 9.5-inch radius, 22 medium jumbo frets, a pre-slatted synthetic bone nut. It's covered with a gloss urethane finish on the maple fingerboard and headstock face and satin finish on the back of the neck. It also came with Fender vintage style staggered tuners. Also purchased from Stratosphere.com, a Fender Player Jazzmaster loaded body. Came with two Alnico 2 humbucking pickups, 3-position toggle, and it has a single tone, single volume. The tone is a push-pull pot to split the bridge humbucker. Observations and comments. I've not owned a Fender Jazzmaster with a 2 humbucker pickup configuration before. My guitar weighs 8 pounds and 4 ounces. Measuring impedance on the pickups, the bridge pickup by itself in humbucking mode measures 9.3 k ohms. Both pickups together measure 4.38 k ohms, and the neck pickup by itself measures 8.16 k ohms. Once I had assembled the guitar together, I checked the relief on the neck. I show this while the guitar is sitting on my bench. You should actually do this measurement and adjustment while in the playing position, but it's really difficult for me to show you that with my current camera setup, so this is why I'm showing it to you on the bench. I measured relief by placing a capo at the 1st fret, depressing the low E string at the 12th fret, and measuring the gap between the string and the top of the fret at the 6th fret using a .010 feeler gauge. In this case, the gap was exactly what it needed to be. The feeler gauge inserted without any gap, but also not touching the string. Next, I checked the fret height, followed by checking the guitar's nut. Once the height was set and the guitar is in tune, I measure each of the strings at the 1st fret with a feeler gauge. Here are the gauges I use. I used a .020 inch for the low E and wound A string, a .018 inch for the wound D and G string, and a .016 inch for the B and high E string. I really like the Music Nomad set of gauges for this. It's what I'm using in the video, as all 3 of the filler gauges are together in this handy little yellow holder. It's always easy to find, and only the feeler gauges are there that I need, so I don't have to go hunting through a bunch of different feeler gauges. I did find a few slots on the nut that needed to be lightly filed, so it was then within specs. I'm really surprised by how much I like this guitar when all of it's put together. First, I really love the look of the white body, black pickguard and roasted maple neck, very cool looking. I did not like the neck pickup on my bench amp, but when I plugged it into my recording amp, it was really nice sounding pickup. On the bench, it did not have high end. That may be just my amp. I'm using a pedal-based 30-watt amp, and my recording I'm using a Fender Princeton Reverb. Both of the pickups are great sounding to me when played through the Fender Princeton Reverb. Overall, this is a very sweet playing guitar.